What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Miss Fluid, and I feel like it's time for an update, so that's what this is. I finally just got back to Costa Rica after spending 10 days in Jamaica and a few weeks in North Carolina. Jamaica was absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait to show y'all the footage and tell you everything about the trip. I went with my friend and her husband is from Jamaica. So we went to his hometown and got the real Jamaica experience, not all that tourist stuff. So we stayed in Mandeville, which is where Lila Ike is from. If you don't know her, look her up. Her music is fire. And we got into some beautiful river waters and just ate some good food, spent time with family, and they treated me like family. I'm pretty sure I gained some weight because they was just feeding me left and right. You can come in asking for something completely different, they're gonna give you some food, okay? They're gonna feed you very well. The food was absolutely amazing, so stay tuned for that video. And then I spent 3 weeks in North Carolina with my friend who just gave birth to twins, y'all. So that was a whole thing. If you see some bags underneath my eyes, it's because I have not really slept for the past 3 weeks, okay? But it was such a blessing to be able to go and support my friend in that way, and to even be called to kind of take part in a postpartum setting as kind of a postpartum doula situation, which I'm not certified, but doing this and being able to be there for my friend in this way really showed me, one, why creation is a two-person job, and two, how much women really need that type of support. When women have babies, everybody wants to come see the baby, but really we should be giving praise to the mother, because the mother went through a lot to create and give birth to that child, okay? And I'm just really starting to see a whole lot more. The growth, I'm so grateful for the growth, and all of the knowledge that has been coming my way. And it's been a beautiful journey. I also started reading a new book because I needed something for myself while I was caring for her. And I don't even know if it was a good decision to start this book because it started a whole nother whirlwind of things. But I just started to read this book, The Body Keeps the Score. A lot of people had told me about this book, especially with me being a yoga instructor. They're like, oh, well, this book is what helped me get into yoga and everything like that. So I was like, okay, well, let me check this book out. Let me see what this book is talking about. And I'm only in the beginning, and it has me looking at a lot of what I have been through as a veteran and as someone who has experienced various types of trauma in my life. And with trauma, one of the things that I've learned here so far is that trauma really rewires your DNA structures. Like it really changes you. And a lot of people will be like, oh, I'm healed. I've healed all of that. But when you went through traumas, yes, you heal. Wounds do heal, but you still see the scar. The wound is deep enough, you're always going to see that scar. And so reading things that talk about those type of stuff can sometimes make that scar feel like it's bleeding again, okay? And so it's been a whole journey, but I really believe that it's going to help me so much more, even as a practitioner. One of the main things that I've studied is balancing your moods, and I believe that yoga was brought to me before I experienced trauma, to help me to deal with that trauma when it did actually come. I had other traumas. I actually just did a interview with someone from my hometown called DJ Smooth, and he was asking me all about my life story, and for some reason I just opened up and we talked a lot about what I've been through, and I haven't really shared that story with people for real. I've shared bits and pieces, and if you watched my Artist Way journey, I talked a little bit about more recent things, but in that interview I talk a lot about childhood traumas and a little bit about what I went through in the Navy. And what he talks about in here starts off talking about Vietnam veterans and being in the military, and then also SA victims from childhood and everything, and just his work with patients, because lived experiences to me are the best teachers. And that's also what he talks about in the book. He went to the school, he got all the information, but his time with people, our time with people, is what really teaches us. Our life teaches us much more than a book can teach you, especially when you're able to get around. So especially like with all these travels and everything, it really expands my mind so much. And that's why I encourage people to travel. That's why I do yoga retreats and try to get people outside of their city and outside of their country, because this world is so vast. There's so much, and we can learn so much just by actually living our life instead of working until we die, instead of coveting all this capitalistic stuff that causes us to have to covet money and spend our whole life for money, for stuff. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, so back in Costa Rica and feeling good. This is definitely home. I will be back in St. Louis pretty soon ish. But it feels like home. When I go somewhere, this is where I see myself coming back to. Even when I go back to St. Louis, I'll be like, I can't wait to go home to Costa Rica. And I love my family. I love my community. And, it's rough being an auntie and then having to be so far away, because especially when the babies are young, they don't really understand. And then as they get older, they like, well, Titi and Nia just don't be here. And I don't, but I be trying to. So I'm really figuring out how to navigate that as I move into this new space where Costa Rica really is my home. It's beautiful to even be able to say that. I'm so grateful. Very, very grateful. But yeah, so I still need to do my review for the second time around of doing the Dr. Bobby Price detox. I'm about to do another detox. I'm about to do a liver detox. And yes, I've been doing more research on that. The Dr. Bobby Price detox is good for that as well. However, being in Costa Rica, it's hard to get things shipped out here. And I'm really looking to just be able to do different types of detoxes that take from herbs that are around me and fruits and everything that are around me. So this liver cleanse is going to be a little bit different. I'm still figuring out how we're going to navigate it. But I do have some support. I have just started shopping with High Frequency Tea. I love her. I have to drop her social media handles below. But a couple of things that I have, and just to tell you a little bit more about where I'm going in my health journey. Traveling a lot makes it hard for me to have my sea moss ready. And sea moss is my multivitamin. It's a natural multivitamin. And so I got these from High Frequency Tea so that I can always have sea moss with me. And these have a lot of good stuff in it. It has sea moss, Jamaican sea moss, bladderwrack, kelp, and burdock root. So this is what I've been taking daily, just on a regular, as like an always thing, to keep my energy high, keep my minerals and my vitamins high, and make sure that I'm getting everything that I need. And then also I just got this, which is new. I normally just stick with the sea moss, but sometimes it's good to add some adaptogens in there. And so I got the Shroom Defense, which is chaga, cordyceps, and lion's mane. So this is really good for brain function and antioxidant, anti-tumor, increased energy, all the things, anti-inflammatory, which sea moss helps with a lot of that as well. And then especially with the other good stuff that she has in there. But this is for all over vitality, okay? This helps with everything, and it really helps everything come out real smooth when you got things you need to release, at the toilet. So yeah, so that's kind of just an update on what I got going on in case y'all was interested. And then also after I do the liver cleanse, I'm also going to work on strengthening my eyesight. So right now I'm wearing contacts, and in the Western society, they want to keep you hooked on what they got going on. They want to keep you on their medicines. They want to keep you buying new glasses, buying new contacts, doing all these things. But they don't teach you that you can reverse the stuff. You can reverse the dis-ease. that's within the body. You can reverse, you can strengthen your muscles, even in your eyes. Your eyes are a muscle as well. So we can improve our eyesight. They don't want to tell you this. I even talked to an eye doctor about it, and they were like, no. But I have friends who have done this themselves. So I also got Eye Bright from High Frequency, which is a lot of herbs that are for that. I'm going to make a separate video about everything that I'm doing to improve my eyesight, because there is exercises that I have to do for my eyes. There's an eye massage and also herbs. So that's a whole nother thing, y'all. So that's going to be a whole nother video. And this liver cleanse, before I do that, it's going to be a whole nother video too. So y'all got a lot to look forward to in case you don't know. What else did I want to tell y'all? Oh, I wanted to talk to y'all about my album and my retreats that I have coming up, right? So I'm planning a retreat in the States, in St. Louis, or about 2 hours away from St. Louis. That's going to be in June 2024. All of this information is on my website, y'all, www.flowingwithfluid.com. So if you want it all laid out a little plain, it's all on my website, very plain for you. And easy to read, easy to see, easy to understand, right? Because I want y'all to just, I'm not trying to stress y'all out. I want it to be easy for y'all to find the information that you're looking for. And so yes, that will be a family camping retreat. I'm very excited to be able to bring the babies in. Babies always surprise me with how much they love yoga, sound healing, and they just love new experiences and new things, and they really love things that are good for them. It's really up to us to introduce it to them and to bring that to the forefront for them. And so I'm very excited to have this experience where we can bring families out, and I can bring my nephews out, and we can all just camp and chill and get in some good river water and have us a great time. So it's going to be June 2026. And then 2027 is going to be a big year, y'all. January 2027, we're doing a surf and yoga retreat here in Costa Rica. And then June 2027, we're going to Peru for a men's wellness retreat. And we have a talented, so talented brother coming. I don't know if I should tell y'all his name yet. I might wait till a little bit closer to the time, so I don't have no groupies all of the month. I'm just playing, because it's a men's retreat anyway. But he is so talented. I love his music. I love his sound baths, and I'm very excited to be able to work hand in hand with him to bring this men's retreat to fruition. Now, women are allowed if they're coming with their man. No single women. You can only come with your man, because I'm going to be there. And our massage therapist is a woman, so I'm not like telling you to just come send your man where there's women. Come with your man, and encourage him to come, because we're gonna have our own little itinerary. We're gonna be doing our own thing while the men are doing their own thing, but there will be specific men's only spaces, just to make sure that the men are actually able to open up and get what they need. And we all know that men don't want to be around just men too long. They like to have the women energy around them. So that's why our massage therapist is a woman, and I'm going to be bringing more of a gentle flow of yoga to help bring that balance to the retreat, so because I love co-ed retreats. I'm really a co-ed girly. However, I know that we do need specific spaces. And after reading this book, it's also making me think about everything that I went through in the Navy, and the fact that we veterans need spaces as well. And with that, it may be one of those things where I may need to do a women veterans and then a men's veterans, or there may be women who don't want to be with men. So I'm going to have to be very conscious of that. So I'm still working that out. That'll probably be 2028, y'all. But I also want to do some talking about what I went through in the Navy, and also give some tips to people who are thinking about joining the Navy, who are in or who are out and don't have their benefits. Because just from personal experience, from what I went through, you deserve some benefits. They should be paying a lot of us, okay? Because I went through a lot, and it changed me forever. So, yes. Get your money, and I'm gonna help you get your money. I'm working on it, y'all. I'm working on it. Speaking of what I'm working on as well, this album, y'all, I've been working on this self-care album for a good 2 years. And being out here in Costa Rica, I've been able to record some beautiful nature sounds. There's nature sounds all around me anytime I do a video here, so I'm pretty sure you've caught some. But I got some cool, like, tree frog sounds and monkeys and just a bunch of just really cool nature sounds from Costa Rica. Back when I was staying and working on a farm out here, because I'm in the middle of the jungle, in the middle of nature. That's another video that I still need to work on too. I'm a little backed up, but it's gonna come out soon, y'all. I'm getting on it. I'm getting on it. And so, yeah, this album, especially with me on my journey and this new place that I'm in where I'm really happy, I'm really good, I'm secure within myself, I love myself, and I'm able to just give so much love to others because I am personally good. You know, and yeah, like I said, trauma always leaves a scar, and sometimes some scars bleed, but you learn how to grow with it, right? So that's why we need this album because we need meditation music that really is real and makes you feel good and makes you feel okay with sitting in whatever feeling you're feeling. It makes you think, it makes you pause, it slows you down. Like, that's important. So this album is designed to help you to find your space, to create your space to where you can be grounded and be good no matter what's going on around you, no matter what has happened, right? So I'm excited. I've been working on so many things within myself to bring this album to y'all. And so I hope y'all enjoy it. I don't want to make this video too long because I know y'all don't be watching long videos. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it short there. If you have any questions, if you would like to know anything about what I have coming up or got going on, or, just really anything, drop it in the comments. And yeah, help me get my views up, share my videos and stuff, y'all. Do some more yoga. I got yoga videos and meditations and everything out there, so they're always there for you. If you ever just don't even know what you want to do, or you just feeling down, play some high frequency music. That's what I'm here for. Even if you just do a little bit of the yoga that I do, turn it on, be in that energy, and allow that to improve your mood. Do what you can. Always just do what you can, right? So you know what you can do. You know what's best for you. Nobody else can tell you about you but you. So love on yourself, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.